I told Boniface, I should tell him, I think I'm dreaming. You know, because we were just talking and he called me. And I thought, oh, maybe it's somebody who was just trying to see if we can get me like a job somewhere, you know. So I said, you actually saw me on TV telling that story. What? And you think that there's something you can do for me.
Wow.
He started with Tuko coming to tell a story. Hi, by the way, can you tell us your story? It's actually magical if you think about it. And then the Eden House Foundation taking that story and taking it to that level, that one day I will be in an opportunity where you helped me, they helped me, I will one day be able to give back and help somebody else. Just remember, you guys started me off on that path.
Wow.
You literally saved my life, and I am not exaggerating, you know?
I was on the ball about, I didn't even wait to be told because I knew I could help. I've had, whatever she was going through, I've gone through before.
Wow.
Only that she's a lady, and that makes it even more vulnerable for us to really want to do something about it.
So this is all that's left of my furniture. Okay, my seat, bed, that's mostly clothing, but that is basically my worldly possessions. Yes. So it's almost like a homeless person sneaking into an empty shed in somebody's house. And you have to wait at night. It's a dangerous situation. You know, it's not a necessarily legal situation, so it's a little demoralizing. Yeah, and it's depressing. So this is my room. Straighten that out. This is my reading desk. Oh, I'm reading a nice thriller. It's called The Keep. It's set in the Second World War. And this is what keeps me busy. Otherwise, we have television, but we usually watch television in the evenings because people are usually busy during the day.
Wow, Joy.
Yes.
We meet once again.
Yes, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes.
The glare in your eyes is blinding.
Wow, thank you very much. Yes.
How has it been? For the last 4 months, I've not seen you.
Since I last saw you, after you aired us, I received a call, actually one of many calls from after your show. I received a call from the Eden House Foundation. They are a rehabilitation group. And they called and they said they wanted to help. They wanted to help me. So then I went to see them and we had a meeting. And immediately upon this meeting, I was put into their rehabilitation.
Wow.
And
where exactly was this?
We were taken to Mombasa.
Mombasa.
It was wonderful.
So you've been in the coastal region all this while?
I've been in the coastal region the whole time. It's been really nice. Yes, we were there. We were getting treatment. We were getting therapy sessions. We were doing a lot of step work, a lot of one-on-one counseling. They have been very nice to us. I feel the treatment there was a very good quality. They have been nothing but wonderful.
Wow.
And then not only that, the treatment program was anywhere between 3 to 6 months.
Wow.
So after about 3.5 months, we were brought back here to Nairobi to what is called an aftercare program. The aftercare program here is what is called almost like a halfway house. This is when we have got privileges where we can come and go with a view towards helping us reacclimate back into society. We are able to find jobs, to go for interviews. We have got therapy sessions. We have got daily meetings, daily AA and NA meetings. This is still the Eden House Foundation. They do that good a follow-up. They make sure that we have got accommodation, that our daily needs are being met. Hopefully we are going to get jobs and we're going to be assimilated back into the society. This is where we all cook. We all take turns cooking. Yeah, this is everyone. This is Said. This is our kitchen. This is where we do all our cooking and some of our laundry. And these are some of the guys who are here. We all stay together. It's more like a group home.
My friends call me Boni. My full names are Boniface Durango. Boniface, I'm currently the founder and chair of Eden House Foundation. We run a number of rehabilitation centers across 4 counties.
Wow.
So Nairobi, Kiambu, Mombasa, and Diani. I'm also the chairman of rehab centers across Kenya. So we have a number of about 50 rehabilitation centers spread across Kenya. The organization is called Addiction Prevention Rehabilitation Association of Kenya. So we come together to help people who have an alcohol drug problem across the country. In this field, most people you will find people who have had either personal experience or have had relative. Personally, I had a serious addiction problem. Started when I was at the university, and it progressed when I left. I lost jobs, I lost my family, and at some point in my life, I lived in the streets of Nairobi, homeless.
What?
Yes. And my drug of choice was heroin. So a part of the reason why I do what I do is because I personally had a problem. I got a solution for it. I got help for it. So I'm now one of the solution providers together with a number of people we work with. And thank you so much, Tuko, for highlighting. And by the way, it's not to Joy only. We have done quite a number. I've seen every time I see a story like that from Tuko, you cover very interesting stories.
Wow.
So thank you, Tuko, for really highlighting such deep, thoughtful stories that highlights the problem that we have. So I saw it just like others. And a lot of people called me and said to me, and within no time I was calling you. I was on the ball about, I didn't even wait to be told because I knew I could help. I've had, whatever she was going through, I've gone through before.
Wow.
Only that she's a lady. And that makes it even more vulnerable for us to really want to do something about it.
I told Boniface, actually told him, I think I'm dreaming. You know, because we were just talking and he called me. And I thought, oh, maybe it's somebody who was just trying to see if we can get me like a job somewhere, you know. So I said, you actually saw me on TV telling that story.
Wow.
And you think that there's something you can do for me.
Wow.
You know, and I wouldn't say that I am a fanatically religious person, but I said, you know, I really am beginning to take this higher power, that yes, there is a God, that something like that can happen. And not only did they not say, oh, you know, yes, kitu kidogo, and, you know, we'll try and call you if something comes. They brought me on board
Fully.
And you see now the dream for every recovery, for everybody in recovery, is that one day that we too also have the opportunity to be able to help somebody else.
Exactly.
So that is actually what it's all about. And so with you telling our story, and with Eden House picking it up and taking it to that level, you have actually helped not just me and the other, but you have helped other people, because now you have brought awareness to this story, about awareness to this problem. Because after talking to you, you know, we have received a lot of feedback from a lot of people. For one thing, we see when you are in active addiction, or when you are living that kind of a life, you don't really have very much time for yourself. You don't have time for reflecting. You don't have time to have any peace of mind. Your diet suffers. Your health suffers. You know, you're not taking care of yourself. But when you are in treatment, especially if it's in-house treatment, you have people who help you. They have got housekeeping staff, they have got kitchen staff, there are people who help you, who remind you, you know, we have got counselors, in-house counselors, who you can talk to anytime when you have a problem, anytime when you're feeling any anxiety. All our needs are catered for. It's almost like you feel like you're in a family environment. There's always somebody who is there, and they always have time for you. You know, you've got into the discipline of sleeping at regular hours, eating regular meals, going to work. So now you are able to be a functioning member of society. You know, we have got some, what is the word? Some routine, some order. So now,
What's the routine? If you don't mind?
like in the routine, we wake up in the morning. We all have our own chores. We have our own responsibilities we have in the house. We all take turns cooking and cleaning. We schedule our appointments, whether it's doctor's visits, whether it's meetings for AA or NA, whether it's job interviews. We have that scheduled. We let the house manager know what's going on. If they have got any advice or any help that they can give us, they do that. And so that the sanity that brings. So then that way one feels confident. That I can actually be a productive member of society.
Usually 3 months involve a lot of biopsychosocial spiritual program. That's this kind of program we have. We first look at the body, the biological aspect of the body, the effect of substance use on the body, on the mind, and then we look at the psychosocial aspect and the spiritual component of it. So it's a combination of a multi-sectoral approach to getting somebody together. A lot of times, if you just remove the alcohol and the drugs, you'll start to see the other aspects of the underlying issues. And for her, it's very confidential, I can't mention, but it's there. You can see there was some family issues to be dealt with. There is basic things that needed to be looked at, which she's really come through. Very interesting. She's done with the primary program. She's now in the reintegration phase. So this phase, we expect her to be a lot more out there while still coming back to the center. She's back now in Nairobi. So in this phase, I expect to be with her at the very least for the next 6 months. Then hopefully between that time she'll be 1 year clean. Once she's 1 year clean, if she wants to get a house around the area and still come and do work here, or work outside but still come over the weekends, then that would be very acceptable. But our programs now vary for people like her between 1 year and 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
My name is Judith Twala. I work with NACADA. I am the manager in charge of counseling and rehabilitation. The main objective of that department is to ensure that persons with substance use disorders get quality and holistic care, meaning they get the best treatment in the rehabilitation centers. They are able to be covered by NHIF and other medical insurance companies. They are able to be reintegrated back to the society, to the workplaces, and to their families. The first time I watched Joy's story, I was very saddened. I received many people forwarding that clip to me because of the position I hold in NACADA. And when I look at her today and when I listen to her, I see hope. I am so excited. That a woman, all biases reserved, a woman can actually, from the streets, sleeping outside with animals and in the ditches, she can now, her dignity has been restored. She has hope. She is inspired to actually change a life or even to make an impact to another person's life. I think I am excited and I would really want to congratulate Tuko and Eden House for the initiative. You're doing a good job and let's keep up.
And the last time we talked, your family sort of let you be. They could not reach out. Are things still the same?
No. Actually, as a matter of fact, it really opened up a lot of doors. You see, a lot of things, it's almost like, I wouldn't say shock therapy, but a lot of things came out in the open. So we had no idea the things were that bad for you. I never really came out and said, my situation is really dire, But everybody's always saying that situations are dire, especially if they're in active addiction. The situation is dire, so of course, there she goes again. But then they said, we are proud of you. A lot of them were a little bit shocked because they're a little conservative.
Who's this specifically saying we are proud of you?
Some of my uncles, some of my friends, even people I knew. People I know casually, like friends of mine, they said, thanks for being very open and telling your story. They say, we are proud of you, do your own thing. We are here for you. We are glad to see you are trying to do something for yourself.
Wow. They were very gross with me for airing the story.
Yes, I apologize for that. They were scandalized.
No need to.
Yes, you know, but I'm sure in your line of business, you encounter something like that. So, you know, some of them were, you know, I won't say pretentious, but something like, how can you say such things about us? Do you know our friends and families watch those kind of things? I said, yes, but these friends and families also have got family members and friends and family members who are in the same situation. Why do we keep putting this screen? We're not helping us. You're not helping us. You're not helping these people. Now, if this story had not aired, I would not have been taken to treatment. I would not be looking sane. I would be having fresh scars.
Wow.
You know, and that sort of a thing. And so, for me, even though it was a bit of a shock to some of them, okay, you know, I'm here. And I'm looking forward, and I hope I have a future.
What do you feel is the biggest difference between then when you got in and now that you're almost getting out?
Okay, there is a certain lack of judgment. There are people who genuinely want to help. They can understand where you're coming from. They empathize. In fact, we were just discussing how it would be a good idea if our local government and our Ministry of Health started developing programs that would address these issues to the general public. It's not just a conclave for for people who necessarily have those programs or who are unaware of, or who are aware of it. And it would be a good idea if maybe they funnel some of those funds into programs that address addiction, that address mental issues, that address homelessness, and then bring that into a wider spectrum, because there are people, as you can tell, who are very happy to take a hands-on and deal with people like us.
Wow.
You know, and that would help.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Idada is an international day where we celebrate Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. And the theme for 2020 is better knowledge for better care. It's such an exciting topic, especially for people who interact with persons with substance use disorders. It is important for us as Kenyans to not be ashamed. If your person is suffering from SUDs, don't be ashamed. Just like you are not ashamed when our relatives suffer from cancer and diabetes, we should support these people to get the services, the medical health services that they deserve. We would want Kenyans to know that addiction is a disease. It's not a moral issue, and that knowledge will help us be able to, as a country, support persons with substance use disorders. If we are able to sensitize and to educate Kenyans that this is a brain disease, it's a relapsing brain disease that can be treated. And actually, we have seen people who are out there, they have recovered fully. They are responsible Kenyans. They've taken positions, big positions in government. If we continue sensitizing the communities to accept this as a disease, and to look or to seek for help, I think we will be able to support these persons recover, enhance their recovery journey. Remember, there's philosophy in treatment that says nothing for us without us. So if we can involve these people, like let someone like Joy speak out and say, these are the challenges that persons in addiction or in recovery go through, and this is how you can reach out and help us. This is how you'd want you to treat us. You know, how do we approach these persons? We should involve them. We should involve them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Is there maybe a possibility of you involving Joy?
We will explore possibilities. It might not be NACADA directly, but through our key stakeholders, we will reach out to them, because Joy needs mentorship. She needs someone to hold her hand and just to give her hope that she will recover and that she can gather up her life and be a responsible citizen.
Exactly. When you make an honest assessment of her, what do you make of her? Is she probably down the good path?
Oh yes. She's very inspirational, and she's very articulate. I do see a person who really appreciates the kind of help that she's got. She is willing to pick up from where she is. She's humble. That's very important. She's willing to do the next right thing, and for her, at this time, some of the available opportunities are really online. And she has a really good voice, and once she understands something, she can articulate it in a very, very good way, with a lot of integrity in it.
Wow.
So I really appreciate her in that way. So if she got an opportunity in that direction, I'll be very happy for her.
So after this, do you sort of have any career aspirations, or
Yes.
what do you want to do for yourself?
Thanks for asking. Yes, I have experience, and I'm certified as a counselor. So there is, if there is any opportunity out there, because these days, because of all this COVID and everything, there's not very many opportunities hands-on. But there is a lot of online counseling. There's on-air counseling. There is there's that opportunity. There's a lot of what is it called, inbound calls, in calling, what people call anything, whether it's a suicide hotline, a stress hotline because of being stuck at home, these kind of things, one-on-one counseling with people, stress management, this sort of a thing, on air. That is very doable. Yeah. So if there's any opportunity in that field, yes, yes, I would be very I'll be very grateful. And of course, there could be customer care on air, telesales, not necessarily online, on phone, where customer service, when people call and certain products, whether it's, product placement or that sort of a thing, I would be very open to that. Basically just any opportunity. Office work, front desk. I'm
Very good with people.
Yes, I'm good with people. I like people. I'm also very comfortable on computers. So if there was any opportunity out there, I would be very, very grateful. Yes.
One of her passions is to be a counselor, and I'm sure that in 2 years' time, she really wants to work as a counselor, whether with families or whether with fast responders in terms of mental health issues, or addiction problem, or homeless problems. I think she can act as a very good fast responder, because she can be in touch with the actual issues. So when we develop a program around that, or county governments do that, or NACADA does that, she can work very well in the fast, as a customer service person.
Wow.
Fast person to respond to those kind of issues in a program. I think she'll do very well.
Wow.
She'll do perfect. If I was to give a rate to her, I would think 80 to 90%.
Wow.
Success rate. I have a very good feeling that she's going to be very helpful, even to people. She'll be the next generation of people like us, just like us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boniface told me that you're actually very honest.
Yes.
And then the kind of assessment he made is that you have such a good voice. He was also mentioning something about you being in radio or something.
Wow.
Even at some point I saw in the comment section of the Tuko family members, they were like, this lady has a good voice.
Yes.
She can try something in radio.
Yeah.
Have you thought about something along those lines?
I would be very honored and very grateful if anybody took me on that level. I love to communicate. I like to listen. I like to talk. So if there was any opportunity like that, I would be very, very grateful.
Wow.
Yes, to do something like that. And like we said before, I like people. I like human interest. Like how you are too. You like knowing about people. You like talking. You like human interest stories. But yes, I would be open to any of those opportunities.
Wow.
Yes.
What message do you have to the Tuko family members who watched you and those who you've encouraged so far? And those who've actually held your hand all through.
I am forever grateful to the Tuko family, to the Eden House Foundation.
Wow.
I am forever grateful. And I will, if I ever have a chance to ever tell my story, I know you don't believe, I know you, I hope you believe me, but it will start from there.
Wow.
It started with Tuko coming to tell a story. Hi, by the way, can you tell us your story? It's actually magical if you think about it. And then the Eden House Foundation taking that story and taking it to that level, that one day I will be in an opportunity where you helped me, they helped me. I will one day be able to give back and help somebody else. Just remember, you guys started me off on that path.
Wow.
You literally saved my life, and I am not exaggerating. You know, you took me out from a hopeless situation, especially in our culture. Let's not forget we're in a third world country and things get a little harsh, especially right now with the economy and that sort of a thing. Let's be honest, okay? That I will one day be able to help somebody or in any way to give back. Via Tuko and Eden House, that is my dream.
Wow.
And I don't know what people say about media, but sometimes it's good. You know? Yeah. Because sometimes, sometimes they tell a good story. Yeah, and I'm forever grateful to you guys and the Eden House guys.
So basically, what would you like your family to know?
Okay. Yes, my family, I'd like to thank them very much. And I want to tell them that, thank you for being there. And also, it's not just our family, it's not just me and our family. This is also to all the other families who have who are in the same situation. Thanks for allowing me to tell their story too. And yes, and I care and I respect you. And let's keep on community. Let's keep on staying in touch.
Awesome.
And that's for everybody. Yeah.
It also gives me joy in my heart.
Yes.
To see you this way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Kevin.
Thank you.
Asante sana. Thank you.
Awesome. Keep up the good fight. You're going places.
Thank you, Kevin.
Awesome.